Alright, we have Ninio. So for now, let's loot these people.
Our path leads on.
Alright. Ninio is level 3. Life is in the name of science. A line between fascination and obsession cannot be seen up close even from a distance. Ninio considers herself a great scholar, master of all of the sciences, and an unparalleled experimenter. But most others see her as a lunatic enthralled to knowledge. That is true, because I for sure do. She is a scroll savant, power of Nethys, the all-seeing eye, holds knowledge and magic above all others. Wizard, scroll focus, she has cantrips, outposition schools, abjuration, and necromancy. What feats do we have so far? Scribe, scroll, focus, illusion, spell penetration. She has keen senses. You have blinding ray, a ray spell. Okay, so this is a ray, and it's invisibility field at level 8. You went that. Even neutral. I'll do this after we level her. Inventory. Gross sickening. Section from good. Air person scream. Just to get out her way. Glitter dust for sure. Burning arc. And I wanna give this to these are opposition school anyway. I'm not trying to use that protection from all. Hmm. Scroll savant. Gave her intelligence. Makes sense. Arcana knowledge, world knowledge, nature lore, magic device. Acid arrow, sure. Your image. And too many people, too many enemies are concealed. So glitter dust, magic missile, mage armor. Color spray and vanish. Vanish. Let's see. Didn't we have a staff? Guess not. Number 13. Mage armor. We just want to make sure we got it all. Yeah, because can't even go that far. Keep forgetting it's blind. Leave. Yeah, and we have to talk to Fern. Backwing Libraries 3. Travel. Really? We're going to be extremely. Oh, is it fatigued? I think it's fatigued and exhausted. We're going to end up exhausted.
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
Is it? Oh, it's two up. Where's the other? Old person for you. Oh, they succeeded. In that case. Genio has a cantrip ray of frost. Oh, I didn't change her stuff yet. Binding ray. Oh, they succeeded. Oh, they succeeded the whole person. They were hit with the binding ray.
Endure this!
The light, take you!
Oh, so one time, I just want to see it. One time, it lasts a minute. But is it gonna be the just? Shh. Sure, but is this my main? Oh, it's the main weapon. Oh, just was already on fire. Well, I guess it added an additional 1d6, but ugh. Oh, demoralized. Not doomed. They're demoralized.
Go for their hearts!
And Ninio.
Go.
No.
Our time has come.
Oh,
You require my
let's do
unbiased
this
opinion?
now. Pit. Dismiss. Are you ever gonna use that? Vanish. Gauge armor. Magic missiles. I think this is snowball. Yeah. Vanish. Glitter dust. Blinding ray. Now what cantrips do you have? Disrupt undead. No, we'll just go with this if we need it. Does
This war must end.
no, she doesn't.
A
Do you
bright
have it?
future awaits us.
Are we ready to move out?
Flare days. Oh, it's not what I wanted. I wonder why she has a empty spot there. Continue. The fatigue is killing us. We could rest now, but nah, we'll just continue to fight. At least Ninio isn't fatigued.
Yet another obstacle.
No, wait, what is this? Scare? Level 5. Oh, it would have been perfect for the thing, whatever the thing is of heaven. But we've never encountered them. So. Oh, but Ember and Neo succeed on their check. Flat-footed, invisibility, power attack. Good ironer, cold. For good or cold iron. But- oh wow. I forgot the. Oh, that is a standard action. Okay, all right. I'm gonna need him to come this way. You can go here. Okay, so technically we can try. Should have did the demoralize first. Hope he failed. So what we are going to do is surround them. Here. I don't even. Neo, you're good here. You can come here. We don't have wood right now. Let's go. Failed again. And he is after. So, who is that? Any? Yep. So that. Might as well.
Do not hold back.
Oh, 0. And I wanna see if the demoralize will work. He's gonna be up now. She succeeded.
I'll cut you wide open.
3. Oh, I should have did the. What is this? It's cold. I know armor electricity. Yeah, cold is. So object bond. Right. Missile.
Go.
I keep forgetting Camellia has object bind as well.
Into the fray.
And strike.
Contemplate on your mistakes.
Guess Celia can't do it because she's blind. At least that's what I'm guessing. Oh no, oh no, yeah, she didn't make an attack of opportunity. Ooh, 16.
Strike as one.
Oh, this is on, yeah. How many, can you do this again? Not even sure if this stacks. We'll find out now. Bang.
Operane sentes.
They succeeded anyway. We'll take it. But can it be more than 10? No, 1d6. But she missed anyway. It's hard to miss a target that is fighting in melee, including ranged touch attack. That's what we need. Okay. Right. No, I couldn't get any of her feet anyway. Miss concealment.
Make every strike count.
Okay. Is 5. And oh, what are you going for? One left.
Attack.
Incria, you just have to hit. Nope. And
I'll hit you.
that's it. That's the work. Can I just get to the tavern? This is taking up time. What do we have left? This should be a safe zone. Oh, there's more people. At least I think there's more people. Red hair, even though I don't think.
I will guide us.
Oh, there he is. Show me your wares. But don't want. When do we get this? On a split. And don't want this at all. Sela is wearing half plate +1. Now that. Medium. Light. Keeping that, we have plans for this. What we don't need is oh. Not, dark horn. Don't need that. Master glade. Nice. Keeping one torch. Kata, scimitar, short sword, cold iron duelist. We're keeping that for sure. I didn't even realize we had the hand axe. And brace. Ooh. None of this. Though do need another quiver for Woodruff. I mean, not Woodruff land. Rugged helmet. No. One of these has to go. That's one glaive. Two glaive. 1,000. We'll keep them for now. And I want to see if I can figure this out. Don't like the look of that. I want it to look like something in light armor. Is there a way to even see how the light armor looks? Oh, I could have sold that. Nah, I'll keep it just in case for now. Let's see. What does this look like? Eh. Not much of a difference. Do I still have the... I don't even know. I don't want to go to the basement. I want to go to the tavern. Oh. Gonna see Sela's friend. Maybe talk to... I just feel like Ninio's gonna have a book. Then rest. Let's save it. We need potions for sure. Oh. Something's different. The defender's heart greets you with unexpected liveliness. Beyond the walls of the tavern, the once bustling and festive city lies in ruins, but somehow none of that can be felt within these walls. The people in the room are talking, laughing, raising toasts, even softly singing. It doesn't look like typical tavern revelry, but nor is it the grim vigilance of recent days. Sela waves to you. She is sitting at the table with the trio you met previously, the knight, the half-elf, and the red-headed halfling. Incria, come! Let me properly introduce you to Elaine, Jana, and Curl, the fearless warriors of the League of the Inspiring Court. Sela pushes a mug of beer towards you and speaks softly. It was me who convinced Erebeth to use what Jana, Curl, and Elaine found for a little party. If you look out the window, you might think the end of times have come and the abyss have devoured us all. I thought some simple pleasures, good food and good company, could help keep the gloom at bay. Sela looks at you hesitantly, as if trying to gauge your reaction. I understand. We need to continue living and fighting, however hard that might be, even amidst the chaos that has befallen the city. Allow me to declare my support for Sela's decisions as well. Experience tells me that we should shed no tears until after our victory. If we start to mourn the fallen while the battle is still raging, we'll be jeopardizing all our efforts. Now is the time to rest. We'll bury the dead after the last demon has been driven from Canabras. Hey, are we just gonna sit here with grum faces? I said we get to know each other a little better, so we have better reason to toast. Tell me about you and your order, Ellen. Ellen of the Hound Hearts. As stories goes, it's not very entertaining. I was born far to the south in Andoran. I lost my parents early, led the life of simple mercenary, but often questioned the path I had chosen. I'm proud of my sword skills. I enjoy training and drills, and I'm not afraid of battle. But risking my life for coin, it takes a special mindset to choose that lot with no regrets. You have to want to risk your blood. I saw too many of my friends die, and I wondered if it was worth it. Andoran is the nation of the people, governed by the principles of common rule, which grants every citizen a voice. Andoran holds the reins of its own destiny. In the strong hands of its people, is considered itself the birthplace of freedom. So in the end, I decided to choose another path. Now, if I'm going to lay down my life, at least it will be for the greater cause. That's how I ended up in Mendev and became a squire for the Hound Heart. It's a small order. By tradition, it never has more than 12 members, and a new member is only knighted after one of the elders die. We patrol the lands along the Warstone's line and provide aids to travelers and settlers. Unfortunately, death is common among the Hound Hearts. I became a full knight 2 years ago after laying my mentor to rest, but I am content with my choice. My place is among the Crusaders. What about you, girl? How did you end up among the condemned? I just did what everyone else was doing. I grew up in the slums where everyone stole a little, or maybe smuggled, or guarded stashes. So, Crow stares into his mug gloomily. But I never killed anybody, and I never did anything really bad. I got caught stealing, and when they made me choose between prison and the condemned, well, of course I didn't want to go to prison. I'm not that good a fighter, but as Nargabor is my witness, a thief can also be useful in the war against demons. I've always been a good scout. I can sneak under the nose of any monster, but I don't know where my friends are now. We got separated when the demons rampaged through the city. Nargabor. Nargabor is the once martyr god of thievery and assassination, as well as the keeper of secrets. He is called the Reaper of the Reputation by some, but he has more insidious titles among worshippers who venerate his other three aspects: Black Fingers, Father Skinsaw, and the Great Master. He remains an enigma the most, and his true motives are unknown. Many of his own followers remain ignorant of his plans and designs. Nargabor is the only evil god amongst the Ascended. Chin up, friend. Whenever you were in the past, you're our friend now, and a crusader. Your skills will be useful to us, you'll see. Have you been serving the Eagle Watch for long, Jana? I signed up 4 days before the demon attack. Am I lucky or what? Jana lets out an overly boisterous laugh. I'm an apprentice of a famous fencing master from Mivin, and I learned a thing or two from him. Believe me, I grew up bored of fighting off bandits and getting involved in the petty squabbles of the bickering river kingdoms. I wanted a proper challenge, and you can't find a better place than Mendev. And what do you know? The moment I arrived, the demonic invasions began. My father will say that's no accident. Fate brought me here. Mivin. Mivin is one of the more stable of the river kingdoms. It began as a refugee for the Adori Sword Lords, who fled rustling under the rule of Choro the Conqueror. Many Sword Lords settled there in Mivin, bringing with them the experience and knowledge of the ancient discipline of the Sword Lords. Warriors from as far as Garund makes pilgrimages to Mivin, Mivin to study their secrets. To earn the right to stay, the applicant must pass a series of increasingly difficult duels. How do you all know Sela? I met my noble sister on the road to Canabras. I was returning from the south from my fiancé and was happy to be in the company of a paladin of Iomade. We said our farewells at the city gates and went north along the road to Dresden to my artist camps. Elaine's face grew grim at the mention of the camp. The demons attacked us there at the same time they struck Canabras, but we managed to fight them off. We hurried to the city's aid and joined forces with the Eagle Watch. All my fellow heart hounds were wounded during the battle on the streets. I'm the last knight of my order who can still fight. It's so good to see Sela again. Every loyal heart counts these days. I met Sela at a tavern in Canabras before the attack, of course. She was one of the few who would sit at the table with the condemned. Knights usually don't even look at us, but Sela is different. I knew it the moment I saw her. Jana and Dory. That's what made me notice Sela too, so I sat down to talk to her. I never understood why everyone treated the condemned so horribly, and I still don't. Our girl is a great lad. So after that night, Sela and I went round the taverns together every day. Mendev is an amazing place. People from all over the world come here for glory, redemption, or to help those in trouble, and they always find each other. This might be the best place in the world to find like-minded people and friends. That was the toast in case you didn't notice. Sela, did you come over just because, or is something the matter? I don't just want to talk about today's celebration. You see, Elaine is the trouble. I want to help him. Is in trouble. I want to help him. And I don't know anyone else in the city I can turn to. His fellow knights were all wounded in battle. Elaine shakes his head. Bad idea, sister. I told you. I don't want to bother anybody else with my problems. I need to handle them on my own. Oh, come on. Hiding your sadness from your friends is no way to live. Girl is right. Incria helped me find you. Without her help, I'll be looking for you all over Canabras. So, Elaine, come on. Stop being so stubborn. Tell me more. The young knight shake his head. In all truth, I do not wish to impose. My problems are just minor problems. A paladin of Iomade and her friends certainly have more important things to do, especially now that Canabras has been overrun with the demons. If I learned anything in my life, it's that there's nothing minor about good and evil. Sela begins seriously, but then a smile lights up her face. Take the three of you, for example. It seems like all you did was save one cart from some lesser demons. But look how many people are happy now. The feast would never be sung that feat would never be sung of in songs. But who knows? Maybe thanks to this, one joyous hour of peace and rest, the defenders of Canabras will find the strength to protect the city. Sela catches her breath. I talk too much, don't I? Well, Sir Lane, I want to help you, and my reputation as a holy warrior of Iomade won't suffer if it's more of a minor adventure than a glorious feat. The knight sighs and seems a little embarrassed. All right, I'll explain. The life of a crusader has given me more than just purpose and a chance to find a righteous cause. When I abandoned the life of a mercenary and came to Mendev, I gained something else I never expected. It's here that I met. May all the ladies here forgive me, the finest girl in all the land. It's a miracle she finds any love in her heart for a bungler like me. But I'm not about to let this miracle go. Not even to the demon lord Dascarian or his demons army can stand in my way. Luckily, my beloved is now safely away from Canabras. For half a year, I've been getting up my courage to propose to her. I even ordered a ring from Derek Sunhammer, the best jeweler in Mendev. Independently nightly artists live mostly off donations, and I'm not what you would call rich. But I so want to make Kiana happy. Oh, it took me 3 months to find a jewel the same shade as her eyes, and twice that long to scrape together money. Master Derek's work was worth it, but I lost the ring during the demon attack, and I'll probably never find a worthy replacement. The ring is most likely still in the Houndheart's camp outside the city. Elaine and his friends didn't have enough time to pack up their camp. First the demons ambushed them, and then they rushed off to help Canabras. I think we should at least go there and check. Not right now, of course, but once the situation in the city is under control. What could we run into at this camp? My friends and I killed 2 large demons attacking the camp, then rode straight to the city without spending any more time cleaning up the rest of their band. It was only a few things, but they might still be at the camp. Of course, that was a while ago. Our camp was attacked at the same time as the war stone in the main square, and I haven't been back there since. Fine, I will hope. Sela puts her hand on your shoulder. Thanks for agreeing to help. Elaine is a good man and a true knight, and I think that we should repay those who are so devoted to doing good. Just help him so he can propose to his beloved the way he wanted. Earthhound Camp has been revealed. Sela, I hope you can convince Arabelle to let me go with you when you do this. I don't want to be parted from my friends. Of course. If the League of the Inspiring Cards has come together in this dark hour, we must continue onward together. Ninio. I was going to go to Jimon first anyway. Show me what you have. It was the I think that's it.
Without a doubt.
Ninio. Girl, I am pleased with you. I asked you to bring me to safety, and that's exactly what you did. Indeed, having a follower to aid me is most efficient and frankly pleasing. With you on hand, I shall conquer new horizons, plumb the depths of knowledge hitherto unknown, and scale the dazzling heights of the future discoveries. Ninio stops to catch her breath. What I mean is, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude. I foresee immense potential in our future cooperation. Happy to help. Hand in hand, we will unravel the greatest mysteries inaccessible to the minds of ordinary people. Just imagine it. I, leading the way, proudly staring into the faces of the guides themselves, and you, my loyal follower, walking behind me every step of the way, writing down my deepest thoughts and admiring the profundity of my intellect. Do you always express your delight so effusively? What? Who are you? Ninio stares at you for a while, bewilderment in her eyes, but then it is replaced by recognition. Oh yes, my new follower. So what am I to do? Oh yes, I must provide some verbal encouragement for you for your as yet modest achievements and try to induce you to strive for more of such encouragement. That is the principle of underpins any training. She frowns, but only for an instant. Ah, I see. Your modest nature was unsettled by the overabundance of my gratitude. I do apologize for putting you in such an awkward position. I will never praise you again, unless I forget. But let's go back to business at hand. Your new assignment will be to take me to the inconspicuous ruins that are located in an even more inconspicuous valley lying between Canabras and Dresden, as soon as it is reasonably practicable. I'll mark the place on your map with a large red cross so you won't forget. Nameless ruins has been revealed. What's so special about these ruins near Canabras? I'm glad you asked. This is my greatest hypothesis, my secret project, and I won't pass up the opportunity to share it with you, because you are my lowest loyal follower. You are worthy of possessing such knowledge. Ninio rubs her nose, and also because you are the first person to ever ask me about it. Some time ago, I was walking along the border of the world wound, and I met a strange person. He was wearing a frayed gray robe, and his face was hidden behind an old gray mask. Of course, I didn't miss the opportunity to ask him about the reasons for his absurd appearance. And do you know what he said to me? He said, "I am the answer, but what is the question?" Then he walked off in the direction of the world wound. The next day, after I had already forgotten about the first encounter, I had another similar encounter. This time, I met an elven woman. Judging by the pointy ears sticking from behind the mask, "I am the answer, but what is the question?" she said before taking off towards the world wound. And then I realized everything became clear to me. I know a mystery when I see one. Consider this one of my myriad talents. Ninio rubs the tips of her nose. After all, After all, these guys weren't simply on their way to a costume party, were they? After examining several maps, I determined that they were all heading in one direction, to a place not far from Canabris, a place which is marked as nameless ruins, even on ancient Socorian maps. That's where I need to go. Unraveling the secrets of that place will be my greatest discovery. I will secure my place in history, or perhaps even in legend. How do you know where we have to go? Do you know how to find a beehive in the forest? You need to catch 2 bees, set them free in 2 different locations of the forest, and remember the directions they fly in. Then you take a map and draw lines showing the bees' route, and place where the lines intersect will mark the location of a beehive. Fascinating, yet? Yes? By the way, forest bees do not make any honey. Nenio sighs. I used the beehive principle here too. For a couple of months, I tracked the strange people in the mass and observed the directions in which they were traveling. I collected their coordinates, mapped their estimated routes, and made a discovery. All these routes intersected at the nameless ruins not far from Canabris. What do you expect to find it there? I haven't the slightest idea. If I knew what was hidden there, I wouldn't be so eager to go. These ruins aren't very far from Canabris. You could easily get there all by yourself. Why do you need me? Nenio's eyes seemed to pop out of their sockets in surprise. Don't you see? This is a legendary secret place. Who knows what may happen to me after I lift the veil and uncover the workings of the universe? My mortal body may be unable to contain all the knowledge, or perhaps I will ascend and become equal to the gods themselves. I need you to write down everything that happens and report my fate to the interested parties in Absalom. And don't forget to praise me as I deserve while you're there. You know these ruins of yours may turn out to be just that, ruins. Nenio shrugs. In that case, we'll write this experiment off as a failure and start another one. I don't know which experiments I'll try next. That's all I wanted to know about your task. Well, now you know, so off we go. Nenio frowns. Did I just make a rhyme? Perhaps I've discovered poetic talent in myself. Let's conduct an experiment. Quickly, say one word, and I'll try to find a rhyme for it right away. Science. That's all you've been talking about. Science. That's when thinkers make alliance. Intellectual defiance. Oh, that wasn't that bad. Not the best rhymes, don't you think? Well, this experiment was unsuccessful. We learned that I have no poetic talent at all. Nenio sighs. But there's no reason to despair. Having a gift of poetry, in addition to my inexhaustible intelligence, would have been a little too much. Besides, I'm catastrophically busy and have no time to spend on writing poetry. I don't like it when you call me girl. My name is Incria. On the grand scale of world history, your name is irrelevant. I have no reason to remember it. You see, the brain of any given individual can contain only a limited number of facts. I only expend my memory on things that are truly important. The laws of thermodynamics, divine exorcia, planar geography, things that will lead glory into a brighter future. Nenio rubs her nose. Besides, what if I make a great discovery, but I won't be able to remember it because my memory is full of outdated or useless information? What a nightmare that would be. What a loss for the whole of Valorian. But you remember your own name, right? Only so I know what is to put. I know what to put for the author's name in my encyclopedia. Are there any names worth remembering? There are, and to my deepest regret, there are too many of them. Nenio heaves a sigh that will befit a grief-stricken old man. The names of gods and demigods, the names of rulers, conquerors, and other persons by some reason deemed great by the people of Galorian. They etch their name into history, and alas, even self-respected, educated people must know them. But there are some names I am happy to remember. Great scientists, some of them divine, others mortal. True keepers of knowledge and great experimentalists. The prime nymph of knowledge, Aurori. Nethys, Erulu Vorlesh. Aurori is the master of masters, knowledge, healing, inner strength. And we already did Nethys. I didn't expect you to mention Erulu Vorlesh. Interesting. You think so? She is the greatest of the greatest. Just imagine, she managed to open a rift from Golorian to the abyss. No one knew how. No one believed it possible. No one even dreamed of such a thing, and she just did it. It was the experiment of the century. Nenio wiped a tear from her eye. I would have been so happy if I could have been in her place. Of course, some part of Golorian's population died as a result of her experiment, and the Crusaders are still wrestling with its consequences to this day. But the very essence of what Arulu managed to do was a breakthrough of social significance, both figuratively and literally. Sooner or later, the world wound will be closed. Peace will return to Golorian. As for the victims of the ongoing war, they will be remembered as unfortunate but unavoidable sacrifices made at the altar of science. Indio blinks at you perplexed. Were we talking about something? Tell me about yourself. I am an explorer, a pilgrim, a yet to be recognized scientific luminary, future author of the Encyclopedia Goloranica. Golorini. Galorianica. That's how I'm pronouncing it. Galorianica. And rector of all Absalon's universities at once. Future rector, I should say. Nenio speaks in one breath as a reeling off a practice monologue. The information should be enough to satisfy your curiosity, because I doubt I would be able to tell you more than that. Where are you from? That information is irrelevant. I've decided to forget it. How did you become a scientist? Come on, the information is irrelevant. I decided to forget it. You have a circle tattoo on your shoulder. What does it mean? Nenio cast a sidelong glance at her shoulder. Oh, that. I do not remember the circumstances of its creation, but I like it. I prefer to think of it as a zero, no, nothing, a center point, an origin of coordinates. It reminds me how much of the unknown world there is to explore. Don't you remember how you got this tattoo? The information is irrelevant. I've decided to forget it. How can you just decide to forget important pieces of information? This is just one of my many talents. The secret is stop thinking about the thing you want to forget. And the main thing is not to remember anything you don't need, to filter it. You get right to the essence. I'll teach you someday, unless I forget. What is this encyclopedia you're working on? The Encyclopedia Glorianica will be published in 100 volumes, 1,000 pages each, plus the author's addenda, appendices added by future co-authors and critical commentaries. Indexation is still in question. Nenio looks slightly embarrassed. I just like the number 100, but I'm not sure that I'll be able to keep within the established word limit. It will be a magisterial piece of scholarship that will become a part of the mandatory curriculum of every educational institution while mentioning it. In it, I intend to describe every object, item, event, fact, and personality that is present or at least somehow related to Golorian. My calculations show that I have completed no more than 1% of my momentum book. Do you remember your parents, your past, or is all that irrelevant too? All of it is irrelevant on the grand scale of the world history. I have no reason to remember such things. Forgetting your origin, knowing nothing about who you are and where you come from. That's horrible. Ninio stays silent and gives you a puzzled look. What? What were we talking about? I'll stop torturing you with questions for now. What were we talking about? I have to go. Ninio produces a crumpled piece of paper from her sleeve and takes some notes on it. This conversation lasted approximately 5 minutes. She lifts her chin. By the way, did you know that the exact amount of time the Inquisitors of Canabras need to find a defendant guilty? Oh wow. But to the Quake-Off Inquisitors, chasing you takes 5 times as long. The experiment proved that running while clad in heavy armor is not burdensome for them at all. Where is... Oh, there she goes. Let's go to Foreign first. Foreign Autumn Haze. The elf spell. The elf spell, beautiful face, bear an expression of melancholy detachment. How may I help you? I think Alessa may be a drow. You see a shadow pass over Foreign's eyes for a single instant, then his face is just as impulsive and passive as before. A drow? Unlikely. It's more plausible that her dark service has left a brand similar to the one that twisted the entire cursed drow race. A coincidence, I would think. He hiding something. I met Kalessa. Forrest's melancholic expression remains calm, but his entire body tenses and his fingers wrap around the handle of his weapon. Under worst circumstances, I hope you seize the opportunity to kill her. Are you certain of your allegations? Foreign lowers his head and says in a hollow voice, I am. Her misdeeds are terrible and proven with absolute certainty. She claims she doesn't serve the demons. Of course she does. In an attempt to buy her life, she will stoop to the boldest of the most egregious of lies. Whose words do you trust, hers or mine? I'll let her go. After giving you a sad look, Fawn stares into the distance. Your decision is regrettable. I'm afraid that in doing so, you condemned her many future victims to death. I suppose it just means that bringing this hunt to a close falls upon my shoulders. I have to go. Good fortune to you. But then he'll be more mad. Amber? The elf in front of you is young, still an adolescent, but the standards of her long-lived by the standards of her long-lived folk. A childish carefree smile plays on her face, and her wandering eyes lingers on you for just a moment before darting off into the distance. Terrible scars cover her body, and a few of her fingers are missing. A crow sits on her shoulder, observing you with his clever back eyes. You're always so cheerful. How do you manage to remain so hopeful when we're surrounded by such horror? Hope? She tilts her head and continues with a smile. No, hope is a lie. What should we hope for? The world is in the hand of demons. The gods can't help. Or they don't want to. Or they forgot about us altogether. The people know they're about to be eaten by demons. But still they quarrel with each other and fight, and still there's no hope. Only us. We'll have to win without hope. It will be hard. The entire abyss is against us. We can only win by some miracle, which means we'll have to make this happen. What other choice do we have? We'll work a miracle and win, because we have to. The elf smiles broadly and nods to herself. Tell me about yourself. Well, they call me Ember. I used to live in the River City, and now I walk with you. That's my story. Canabras is a city of glory, but not one of the spotless virtue. Under the First Mandevian Crusade, it was a small town perched upon atop a bluff overlooking the West Southern River. During the final dark days of Socorus, hysterical refugees splashed across the river and sought safety behind the walls of Canabras. At first, these refugees were allowed in unquestionably. Oh, we read this before. That's why it sounds so familiar. That's how the Red Morning Massacre happened and was set hovering off. Why do they call you Ember? I've had many names. When I was little, Mom and Dad called me Dove, or Cricket, or Kitten. Dad called me his ray of sunshine. And when my mom was cross, she called me a long name, a grown-up one. I can't remember it, no matter how hard I try. Then, when I came to live in the River City, the good people called me different funny names like Ember, or Torch, or Smoky. I don't know why. They called me Bird Brain because I have a crow. They called me Lucky Seven because of my fingers. She raised her hand. The middle finger on her right hand and the two smaller fingers on her left hand are missing. They sometimes called me grilled meat and said I was stupid, but I didn't feel hurt. I mean, they're right. I really am silly. That they didn't mean to hurt me. I like Ember. It's a good word. Embers are like people. On the outside, they're gray and cold like stone, but they're warm inside. You can blow on them, and they'll start a fire to help you survive a cold night. And that's wonderful, isn't it? Ember, it is. Where did you get your scars? It happened by accident. My dad and I came sailing down the river to join the crusade. Dad said that all the good people were going to the world womb to heal it. He said that the Crusaders were the best people in the world, and together we were going to win. But when we arrived at the River City, the Crusaders got everything mixed up. They thought my dad and I were bad and decided to burn us at the stake. Dad died. I cried so loudly that one good night realized it was all a big mistake. He started yelling at the other Crusaders, even the one in charge, and then walked right into the fire and got me out. The others wanted to stop him, but he took out his sword and scared them away. The kind knight took me to a healer. I later learned that while the knight was pulling me from the flames, he himself was burned so badly that he died not long after. But I'm still alive. A few missing fingers and my skin is funny. I lived in the River City ever since. I never had my own house, but I had many friends. And then the demons came and I met you. And you know what happened after that. They must have thought that they were doing something lawful and just. That's what happens when people let the law do their thinking for them instead of their conscience. No. You see, for some reason they were afraid of us. We were their friends, and there were lots of them, and just two of us, and they had weapons, but they still looked at my dad and me like we were going to bite their heads off. Even when we were already on fire. Even when the good knight was carrying me away in his arms, they looked at us with terror. I don't even think fear ever has any reason to it. It just lives inside people and make them do evil. Do you worship any deity? The girl shakes her head with an unwavering smile. Dad taught me to pray to Iomade. He said she was a kind goddess, and she called people to crusade against evil. The knights who burned my dad and me worshipped her too. They even lit the fire with a prayer to her, and she did nothing to help us. But then one kind knight, alone, without any gods, changed his mind and saved us, and saved me. I think the gods are the same as us. They don't understand anything, and they're scared of everything, so they hurt themselves and the rest of us. People worship the gods only because they're afraid of being responsible for themselves. And the gods listen to the praise and they become smug and arrogant and begin to believe that they're better than us. But they're no better. They're silly sinners just like the rest of us. Sometimes I pray to the gods, different ones, the good ones, the bad ones. I ask them to stop fighting and hurting each other. I don't know if they ever hear me, but if they do, I mean, the knight who wanted to burn me, he was about to change his mind and do a good deed. If he can change, maybe Baphomet can too. Where are you from? Far away, from the flower country. The girl gestures vaguely off into the distance. It's so beautiful there. Everywhere there's a flower blooming, golden towers and waterfalls, and someone like me with pointy ears. There's no round-eared people, no short ones, no horned ones. We live together, me and mom and dad. Mom and dad argued a lot. Dad used to say that all the good people should go to the crusade and fight off the demons. And mom said he was silly because it was so far away and none of our business, and that he shouldn't abandon his child. She meant me. But he didn't abandon me. He took me along. He said I was born the same year that the hole in the demon world opened. He said it was a sign that I would be one of the heroes who closed it. Of course, I'm not a hero, but I'm here anyway, helping as much as I can. How did you survive on the street? The elf shrugged. There are many good people in the river city. When I sang for them on the streets, when I sang for them in the street, they'll often give me coins, or bread, or sometimes even clothes. I shared everything with the homeless, and they showed me where it's safe to sleep, where I could get out of the rain and cold, where I could find discarded things. When the demons destroyed the river city, I looked for my friends, but I found no one. They probably all died. The homeless have no supplies or weapons or basements to hide in, and the knights won't protect them either. Knights are like gods, so self-important. They're saving the world after all. What do they care about the homeless? She's still smiling, the girl shrugs. Where do your magical powers come from? These tricks? I have them from my grandma. She used to be my father's grandma, and before that, his father. They don't even make sense. So she's something else. I never seen her before, but she's very clever and kind. And I live on the street. Sometimes she left food for me or a blanket in the winter. Sometimes I feel her stroking my hair as I fall asleep. But if I open my eyes, there's no one near. She also sent me soot. She scratches the crow's beak and the bird grumbles happily in response. She tells Soot how to do different tricks, and Soot teaches me. So her grandma is basically her patron. Oh, it's a good way to... So, like a warlock. Oh, I failed the check. What a stick. It seems that Ember doesn't know who gives her these powers. Her familiar was obviously sent by a powerful creature of good. Perhaps an angel or a fae, though you couldn't say exactly who. Thank you for your answers. Oh, not at all. I didn't really tell you anything. I have to go. So go. The elf watches you with a radiant smile as you leave. And we are resting. Ninio. Skill check, don't care about hit points. We need the speed bonus. Well, so it's 100% chance. What's the recommended? A day. There's no way. 9 hours. That is fine. Right. Oh, nope. The scroll person is Ninio, so she has to come off alchemy. Alchemy. Huh. No. Do it this way. And good. And do that. But this. There we go. And even if I hope we don't, it's gonna bother me because I need any of you. Oh no, I take that back. Don't bother me that. Oh wait, we don't have a kit, so it don't even matter. So back to what it was. Nine hours. Getting rested.
I can feel evil lurking in you, but you act like a normal person and a good comrade.
How should I know what your goddess considers evil? Maybe I wasn't polite enough to my servants, or didn't give enough coins to beggars in the street.
I'll keep that in mind. And let's see what everyone looks like. Are you still blind? Alright, who had the... Not you. It was the... I think it was him. Show me scrolls. Remove blindness. Alright. What are we selling? Something has to get sold. One of the glades has to go. Darkhorn. Try not to regret my decision. So use and from here. I don't think we had anything else to do here. And we are leaving. Oh, we should have sold that to Woodruff. Outside? And oh, did it just I think it did. Oh no, there it goes. We are leaving. We just have to decide who to take. I have to take Camellia because of the quest. I have to take land because I need range. Keeping Sealess well. I don't know her that much right now, and it's here getting annoying. But normally, I don't think I'm taking Camellia this run. We'll keep this for now. But as soon as we can, goodbye Camellia, unless it's a quest related for her. Let's see. But this is gonna have us go all the way around regardless. Yep. So back to the market. And then I'm gonna do this. Now after the market we may have to go to the library.
Rely on me.
Sheila.
Yes.
That is great. And